Hi, how are you? Today we're going to make a glowing pumpkin. So what you'll need is some construction paper, and I have got some orange construction paper because it's the colour of a pumpkin. I have some green construction paper to make the leaves and the stalks. I have a ruler and a pencil, some sticky tape, some scissors, and then a glow stick with a connecting piece to make it connect together so that when we put it in the pumpkin we can make it glow. So we're going to keep this like this until we've finished and we're ready to put it inside the pumpkin. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to take the ruler and we're going to draw a line along our paper on the longest side. So we're going to make it the width of the ruler. We're going to draw it all the way down the paper like that. Then we're going to measure 1/2 inch along the ruler. So every 1/2 inch we're going to make a mark. And this is for us to cut our paper. So this takes a little bit of time, so you have to be a little bit patient. But we want to get it right to make a fabulous glowing pumpkin. So I do that at the top, and then I'm going to do it again at the bottom. So I'm going to line up my ruler and I'm going to draw every 1/2 inch. So that's 1, that's 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2, and so on until I get all the way to the end of the paper. And then I'm going to put my ruler between the two things that I've drawn, and I'm going to draw a line. Now I'm not going to go above the bit at the top where I drew that first bit there with the size of the ruler. I'm just going to draw up to that line. So I'm going to measure my things. Now if this is too hard, you can ask an adult to help you with this, but I'm going to do this until you get all the way to the end of the paper. Now I've drawn my lines all across my paper, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut up each of the lines until I get to the little bit at the top. So I'm going to cut all the way up my lines here till I get to here. I'm going to keep doing that until I've done all of the strips on my paper. Again, this takes a little bit of time. You just have to be patient and you'll get to the end shortly. Now I've cut all my strips. I'm going to fold the end piece over like that, and then I'm going to curl it and make it into a big circle. I'm going to try and spread my strips out so that they are evenly distributed around my circle. I don't get too many on top of each other. And that way it will make a nicer pumpkin. So just gonna make sure I have it kind of spread out like that. And then I'm going to get a piece of tape and I'm going to tape the outside of my circle like that. So you might want to just make some adjustments just to make sure it's good. And then we're going to put another piece of tape. We're going to tape that on the inside of our circle like that. Now this is a little bit tricky, so you might need to get an adult to help you with this. And then we're going to start putting the strips on the inside of our pumpkin. So we're going to take some little strips of tape. And we're going to take a piece of the tape and we're going to fold it in and stick it on the inside like that. And then we're going to take another piece from the other side and another piece of tape. It's a small piece. I'm going to stick it on the end like that and then stick it inside my circle like that. And then we're going to keep doing this until we've put all of the ends inside the circle. Now you'll notice that I'm doing them across from each other so that it makes it nice and even. So that when we finished our pumpkin, it's kind of even all the way round. Now I'm just finishing up my pumpkin. You'll see it has the rings all the way round. Now if you want to make this easy, you could do your strips of tape first and have them along the edge here so that you could just do this quickly, but I'm using the dispenser. So there we have our pumpkin shape. Now we're going to make some leaves and some stalks for our pumpkin. So we're going to take the green paper and I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to cut it in half. And then on one side, I'm going to draw some leaves for my pumpkin. Like that. And this one, I'm going to roll up into a pumpkin stalk. Like that. And then I'm going to tape my pumpkin stalk like that so it doesn't come undone. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to put them in the end here and I'm going to cut some little wedges on my stalk like this. So I'll just use the scissors to cut there, and then I'm going to fold out these bits, a bit like a legs on the pumpkin, and then I'm going to put my pumpkin over the top like that, and I'm going to stick my stalk onto the bottom of my pumpkin. So you might need to get someone to help you do this. It's kind of tricky. We're going to stick our stalk with some tape like that. Oh, it's come undone. Stick our stalk with some tape there and there and there, like that. So now I have my stalk. I'm going to bend it a little bit like that so it looks like a stalk, and then I'm going to cut out my leaves. So I've drawn myself some leaves and I'm going to cut out my leaves go on my pumpkin like this. That one doesn't look very much like a leaf. I have to make that a bit better. And there's one there. So I now have 2 leaves for my pumpkin. And you can use tape or you can use glue. I'm going to use some tape to tape my leaves together. And then I'm going to tape them onto my pumpkin. Like that. And then I have my stalk and my leaves on my pumpkin. Now if you have some Halloween stickers, you could put some of those on your pumpkin and make it kind of fancy. Let's see what I have. I have a spider. I could put a spider on. And I have a boo. I could put boo on there just to make it more Halloween-y. Like that. To take out the little bits in the middle. Like that. I put boo on there. And I'm going to put my spider on there. I have to take out the little bits between his legs. So that he looks like a spider. The spider only has 6 legs. Spiders usually have 8 legs. Out his eyes like that. I'm going to put him on my pumpkin just there. Now my pumpkin's all ready for my glow stick. So now I'm going to take my glow stick and I'm going to bend it like that so that it activates my glow stick. So can you see here my glow stick has started to work. Now I'm going to put it inside my pumpkin and I am going to tie it up, push it together like that so that my glow stick is now inside, and I'm going to leave it in a dark place so that it glows in the dark. I hope you've enjoyed making a pumpkin with me today. I'll see you next time.